Hi, I'm Rob Bernstein.
And I'm Marcia Eckerd, and today we're talking about schools, and we're talking about something that concerns a lot of parents and a lot of us, and that is the fact that schools often don't understand our children, and the way our children is treated, given that misunderstanding, is diminishing them. It's causing them to have their self-esteem, their confidence, their sense of themselves go down, down, down. We see that and we're heartbroken.
Yeah, and the school's not asking why. If they're asking why, what's going on with the kid, we don't quite understand, then that dialogue, then it's great. At least, then you could have that dialogue and they can reach out for some of those answers. But they're concerned with their curriculum, say, and the child is not engaged with it. The child may be seen as oppositional or misbehaving. And then you have this spiraling downward process of, like Marcia's saying, with the self-esteem.
Right, and what's not understood is that often this is caused by an environment that's not meeting the needs of the child.
Yeah, I mean, just the other day, I'm having this conference and the teachers are saying, this kid's all over the place, he's not listening, he's behaving poorly. Then the music teacher comes into the meeting and says, oh, by the way, in my class, the kid's doing great. And that's because the kid's allowed to move. It's part of the class. And I said, well, maybe, just maybe, if you have the kid move while the lesson is going on, he may listen better. And the first reaction was, no, we don't want to single the kid out, and no, it's not going to work, and no, it's not going along with what all the other kids are doing, sitting down.
Yeah, I mean, but the fact is, kids are given special accommodations or allowances all the time. The kid who sits up front because he's distractible.
Exactly.
The kid who has a modification to how many questions he has to do. Kids are allowed to be singled out, but there's not an understanding that would make them believe that a kid would really have to move to listen, or that a kid might not be able to make eye contact and think at the same time. And so if the kid's not making eye contact, they're taught that they have to, and the kid is sitting there desperately trying to hold still, desperately trying to do what he's being told, because there's no tolerance if he isn't.
Right, the school says, oh, the kid's behaving in school, and then at home, he just totally unwinds.
And then the problem is seen as at school. I was just speaking in a conference, and the mom was talking about a child who got to the point where he was just shut down in school. He didn't do anything. And the discussion was about what modifications, accommodations could be made, what could be done to have him participate more in school. And I said, a kid doesn't have to be not attending school to be school avoidant. And this kid is obviously given up. He's school avoidant. The trouble is, to get that dealt with, you have to say the child's anxious or depressed, and then the problem is seen as the child. The child's an anxious child. The child's a depressed child, and not what's going on here that's making the child anxious or depressed. I mean, what is there about how we're working with the child? What is there about the environment the child's in that is affecting him this way?
Boy, you're listening to voice, it makes so much sense. It's sort of simple, but it's something that needs to be aware of. I guess that's our point.
And
here.
I think most parents are very aware of this. We're going to have another video where we talk more about what to do about it, but I think it's just critical to know that so many parents are going through this. This is why so many autistic children end up being homeschooled, but that, our role is to try to keep kids with their esteem put together and to try to, despite what's going on. And we'll talk more about this. So thanks for being with us, and bye-bye.
Bye-bye.